Last Oasis, you were the first video I ever put on this channel. What happened? Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today we're going to be talking about how Last Oasis finally dropped. It became Steam's top seller, and then out of nowhere it got pulled. So what happened to this game? That is what we're going to be discussing here today. But first, if you're new here, welcome. Here at Action RPG, I stream, I do tech reviews, I cover major gaming news, but the big portion of this channel, all things Action RPG. So if you grew up loving the Diablo series, if you're a fan of top-down isometric hack and slash style games, you are in the right place. So please consider subscribing and supporting smaller channels. All right, let's get on to the Last Oasis. As always, I will share my thoughts. Please feel free to share yours in the comment section below. Here we go. All right, so let's jump right into this. Right now I'm on PC Games N, and this is an article written by Dustin Bailey. Now, really interesting, like I said, that this is actually, Last Oasis is the first game that I covered on my channel. And it wasn't the only game. I did a top 5 list on the top MMOs coming for the year, and this game made my list. So what happened to it? Let's read a couple of articles. Last Oasis becomes Steam's top seller. Gets pulled offline after launch disaster. Man, it sucks. It happens to so many PC games that drop. It's both the best and worst of times for developers behind Last Oasis. The game quickly rocketed up Steam charts and hit the best sellers list, but all those players piling in once quickly brought the servers crashing down. Now the devs are bringing the game down for a full week to figure out what went wrong and offering full unrestricted refunds in the meantime. Smart and good. People will return if you do the right thing. We are going to take the servers off for roughly 7 days, Donkey Crew's project lead says in the video message to players. Our coders have been working day and night to resolve this issue, and they need some sleep. We need to properly investigate why our load testing didn't pick up this and what went wrong, and figure out properly and solve it. If anyone wants to take advantage of a refund during that time, that option is fully open. Last Oasis refunds are now available, no questions asked, no matter how long you've spent in-game. Normally, Steam refunds are automatically refused if you spent more than 2 hours in-game. I've gone through that process before. Steam, you aren't very nice. Response to the developers' effort has been broadly positive, while the Steam reviews are mixed. Owing to the server issues. Many players on Twitter and Steam are saying they won't use those refunds and ensuring that the devs that they're on the right track. For now, there are plenty of other Survivor games to check out while waiting for the return of Last Oasis. And I'll play this video in a second from the project lead, kind of what he's talking about. So check this. This is on PC Gamer. This is an article written by Steven Messner. After a disastrous launch, Steam's top seller, Last Oasis, is temporarily going offline and giving full refunds. So it's interesting that this game is hitting almost all major news sites, which I am a fairly firm believer that, you know, there's no bad publicity. I mean, this one is pretty bad, but I think when the developers make the right decision, it normally goes good. Think of like Sonic. Look how that turned out. Took the feedback from the community, made a change, and when they dropped it, highest grossing video game movie of all time. Obviously this is different because it's a server crash, but kind of goes into the same avenue. Last Oasis, like a lot of multiplayer games, has not had a smooth launch. The early access survival MMO release on March 26th, but by that evening was suffering from widespread connection issues, which quickly got worse until the game was unplayable for most people. 3 days later, and Last Oasis is still not working, despite its developers working around the clock to provide frequent updates. But with no end in sight for Last Oasis server issues, developer Donkey Crew has decided to take servers offline for a week and offer players a full refund. It's a tragic situation because Last Oasis is really exciting. Before the server started to buckle under the unexpected swell of players on Thursday, I managed to play for several hours, though Last Oasis does lean on familiar survival game tropes. Its spider-like land vehicles and skill-based content are both really fun, and I love how well realized the apocalyptic setting is. It's not uncommon for multiplayer games, especially those in early access, to experience server issues in the first days after launching. Even big games like Anthem rarely escape these problems, but it's rare that the issues are so pervasive that the game needs to be taken offline completely. Hopefully things go much more smoothly the second time around. So, you know, like I said, yes, it's mixed reviews on the game, but the response from the company people are broadly happy about, and a lot of the things I've read is that they're making the right decision, people want the game done right, so they're going to continue to support it. So I'm good with that. Let me play the video from the developers. Be right back.
Hi everyone, Chad's here from Donkey Crew. I'm sure you noticed that our server issues are still ongoing. Many of you are currently not able to connect to Last Oasis. So we decided two things. First of all, we are going to take the servers off for roughly 7 days. Our coders have been working day and night to resolve this issue, and they need some sleep. We need to properly investigate why our load testing didn't pick this up and what went wrong, and figure it out properly and solve it. And the other thing, well, a lot of you mentioned this is not how an early access game should launch, and we fully agree. This is absolutely not how an early access game should launch. So we decided that everyone who is currently unhappy with the state of the game should get a full refund regardless of their in-game hours, no questions asked. So just head to Steam to do that. We also received some positive messages which are very nice to hear in all of this chaos, so thank you for those. We promise we are going to deliver. Many people said that this game is great, they just want to be able to play it. So we'll deliver on that promise as soon as possible. We are really, truly sorry about this situation. We'll resolve it, and thanks for your patience. Thanks.
Alright, so that was the message from them. Again, very respectful, and I commend them for their honesty and doing the right thing. Right now I am on Steam's page, and it cracks me up. So remember, like, a lot of people think that this game's in full launch or even in beta. Like, yes, it's having server issues, but this game's in early access. It has not really fully dropped yet, but it is funny that right now you can get, if you did purchase the game, you can get a full refund, but if you decide you want to buy it, they're going to give you a 17% discount. Not 20, not 15, a 17% discount. So it only cost you $24.89. I don't know why that number cracks me up. So, Donkey Crew, I'm sorry this is happening to you guys, but obviously it's your own fault, but I commend you on your response. For all the crazy haters out there that are upset, just keep the toxicity to yourself. Like, they're gonna get it going and this game's gonna be a whole lot of fun. So what I'm gonna do is actually end this video with the early access trailer for this game. So if you had not played it yet, or even heard of it, or seen the trailer, I'll play the latest thing that they have dropped for it. It'll kind of give you an idea. It's like a post-apocalyptic world, and it's really focused around survival. And you build these, like, walking machine. You'll see them. Yeah, it's pretty cool. You know, that kind of Mad Max style. Anyways, that's all I have for you guys today as far as this video goes. If you're looking for any more of my content, it'll pop on the screen at the end of the early access trailer. Stay home, stay safe. That's all I got. Aaron, out.